Just to piggyback off of what I was saying the other day about being virtuous and having a high standard. Listen, think about it. It's an app out here called Plenty of Fish. And y'all, it is plenty of fish in the sea. But guess what? See, just having a standard weeds out so many of them fish. Just imagine if you said right now, just imagine if you said right now, I don't want to fish if it has a felony. Ain't so many fish no more. Watch this. Imagine if you said, I don't want to fish if it smokes cigarettes. Not so many fish. I don't want to fish who does drugs. Not so many fish. I don't want to fish who, the most important of all the I don't want to fish is, what if you said, I don't want to fish if it's not a God-fearing fish? And see, it's the difference between knowing God and being God-fearing. Yes, indeed. See, I just had to realize that I knew God, but I wasn't God-fearing. So I wasn't even a God-fearing woman. I just knew God. I wasn't scared of him because for some reason I had gotten this concept in my mind that he loved me so much, that he just wasn't gonna never do nothing to me. Yeah, we tell people he'll leave the 99 to come get the 100, and that's true. But he'll also save the 99 from the 1 if you plan on leading the 99 astray. I always remember that. He'll do that too. The difference between a God-fearing person and a God-knowing person is, whether it be woman or man, male or female, a God-fearing woman will not defile her body in fear of what God will do if she does. A God-fearing man will not defile his body in fear of the consequences. Once they won't defile their body, they won't defile other things like the marriage, the union, the this, the that. We be out here, what I say in the last video will not have you ignorant. He already made a way. Virtuous, having a high standard. Just have a standard. A standard will weed you out from all of the riffraff. Just have one. I don't want it if they have them. One of the things about it is men have standards all the time. Men have some of the highest standards, and that women don't have standards. It's the fact that women put their standards down for everybody and anybody. See, we have standards, but we put them down all the time. My mama, I told you I'm writing a book called Mama Always Said. My mama said, a woman will go to the gym every Tuesday and every Thursday, and that'll be one of the things that a man like about her. Then that same man will call her on Tuesday and say, come over to my house. She won't go to the gym Tuesday. And he'll call her Thursday and say, come over to my house and have a good time. And she won't go to the gym Thursday. So now she stopped going to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays and started going over to his house. That same man goes to the gyms on Mondays and Wednesdays. That woman will go back to her house and say, hey, come see me on a Monday. And that man will say, I got to go to the gym. See, that's little do most women know that what the man is looking for is the woman that he can say, hey, come over to my house this Tuesday. I want to do something real special for you. And she say, I can't. I go to the gym on Tuesdays. See, we don't know because we've been listening to the wrong ear. We've been listening to them low vibrations, the low frequencies, because we ain't been weeding them out. We've been listening to the ones who say, because what the one woman won't do, the next woman will do. And the blah, 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 blah. That ain't even who you supposed to be listening to anyway. See, what the men want is the woman that say, I go to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have to do that another time. He just looking for somebody that can have some principles, some standards, some morals and virtues and stand on them. That's what he really looking for. We out here listening to men say say be feminine. Be feminine. Be feminine. God said be virtuous. Feminine is easy. Feminine ain't... I've been wearing a dress every day. I wear a dress every day. I'm on a dress today. I'm in my feminine energy. Wearing a dress. You can wear red dresses. Wear red. It's feminine energy. Be a little passive. Be a little humble. When someone offends me, I just am a little passive about it. In my feminine energy. None of this stuff that the men are even talking about is true feminine. Letting a man talk to you all kind of crazy. And don't forget that the enemy is subtle. Subtle meaning. Not immediately obvious. So you, feminine instead of virtuous. See, all feminine does is make you easily approachable by men. See, when you're a little passive and you're in your feminine energy and you're sensual in your energy, it makes you attractive and approachable. That's why everybody hollering it. You gotta wonder about the entities that make people say what they want them to say. God said be virtuous. See, y'all keep trying to be feminine. Feminine. See, I don't let everybody in my feminine. My feminine real flirtatious and sensual. Sensual meaning provoking sex. Yeah, that's what femininity does. It's provocative, provoking sex. Stay around me too long while I'm good and in my feminine. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get provoking without even trying to. That's why I don't let everybody on to my feminine. I close it off. I don't become masculine, but I close it off. Want to see it. They want to see it. They want to see a smile, a passive. Hey, they say something. They want to see a way in. That's how feminine it is right now. God say be virtuous. It's more attractive. I promise you. The men don't know it, but they do know it. They trying to tell us. I promise you. They hate to hear all them yeses. They be waiting on a good no. They waiting on us to get our standards and our morals and our virtues and stand on them. They is. I don't care. You argue with your mammy. Don't argue, but you can't argue with God. Anyway, I just had to go ahead and wrap this up for those of you who wanted me to. Virtuous. Having a higher standard. Yeah. Weed out. A lot of us not weeding out because we don't have a standard. We do have a standard. That's not true. Women do have a standard. Women just get a little caught up in the shortage of their standard. They get a little desperate. And in their moment of despair, they make irrational decisions. Men don't do that. Men don't have a shortage of women. You know, they take us a little for granted. It's about 5 women to every man. So they can stand on their virtues and their standards and their principles. But we get a little desperate. We get a little scared. Ain't no man like the one we looking for. I might as well take this one. He fits some of the criteria. Not all of it. And all of that. You got to trust God. You got to trust God. That God big enough. I know it's scary. I was scared too. Shoot. Hey, it's some men out here fit the criteria. Fit the criteria. I promise you, good God-fearing and work hard and this, that, and that. You be sitting there looking at them like. But yeah, God got something. God big. Ain't nothing too big for God. Not even the desires of your heart. Ain't nothing too big for God. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep praying. Keep trusting. Raise your standards. Once you raise your standards, you're going to raise your frequency. You will be surrounded by the people you're looking for. Your energy will be different. You will attract what you're trying to see. Be blessed and virtuous.